Okay, so today we're going to make brownies. I've started already by washing my hands. I've no nail varnish on, my jewellery is off, my apron is on, my hair is up, and I've disinfected my table. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grease my brownie tin. So a little bit of greaseproof paper with some margarine on it, and rub it on the bottom and the sides of the tin. And my tin is ready. Okay? I'm using the table behind me as like what is underneath your tables in the kitchen. Alright, so that's the first thing, to grease your tray. The second thing is to preheat your oven to 160 degrees, and then you begin your method. Okay, so one person can break their chocolate into a bowl while the other person is putting a saucepan of water on to boil, because that's what how we're going to melt the chocolate, over a saucepan of boiling water. Okay, it's very important when you're melting your chocolate that you do not have the bowl touching the water in the saucepan, and you do not have the heat too high. If you did do those two things, the chocolate would overheat and separate and burn, and you wouldn't be able to use it. Okay, so we have it on a medium heat, and we've got it on a medium heat, and we don't have the water touching off of the bottom of the bowl. Okay, so that's my dark chocolate has gone in, and then I'm just going to cut up my butter into smaller pieces so that it will melt quicker. In what we call it is a bain-marie. A bain-marie is where you have a saucepan of boiling water and you're melting something over. So in this case we're melting our chocolate and our butter. So just chopping it up into smaller pieces and getting it into the bowl. And my water is boiling already. I've just put it on before I greased my dish. Okay, and this will go into my wash-up basin underneath. Okay, so I put my butter and my dark chocolate into over the saucepan of boiling water, and that will melt there. While that is melting, I'm going to whisk my sugar and my butter together. My sugar and my eggs together. So crack your eggs.
Open it, Mom.
Okay, so your eggshells are going into your compost bin. And your sugar. Again, into your wash-up basin underneath or beside your unit. So we are going to whisk your eggs and sugar together for about 5 minutes, just to introduce some air into the mixture so it's nice and light and fluffy. When you're whisking, you can start off on a low number, and then once the eggs and sugar are incorporated, you can bring it up to number 5. Okay. So that's been whisking for about 5 minutes, and it has changed colour. Okay, so it looks light cream colour, and it's well aerated. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. And the sugar and butter mixture has melted as well. Okay, so you can use your oven gloves to take the hot bowl away from the steam from the bain-marie, and you need to stir that chocolate now to cool it down, okay, because we cannot add steaming hot chocolate and butter to my egg mixture, because if I did so it would start to coagulate the protein in the egg, so it would start to curdle it. Okay, so we need to cool down the chocolate mixture by just stirring it. As you're stirring it, it's letting out the heat. Okay, and just do that for maybe 2 minutes just to get out as much heat, and I'll just show you the melted butter and sugar. Okay. Now, once you stir it for 1 or 2 minutes, the next thing that you're going to do is add 2 spoons of your chocolate mixture to your egg mixture. We do this to just gradually increase the temperature of your egg mixture. Okay, so you're just gradually taking up the temperature so that it doesn't curdle on you. Okay, so we don't want to knock out any of those lovely air bubbles that we've put in through whisking. So we do a nice, gentle folding motion. Okay, so we've added through a little bit of the chocolate. And that has altered the temperature of the egg. And then we're going to add in maybe another half of the amount. And again, fold it through. So folding is where you're using a metal, preferably, or plastic spoon or spatula to cut through the mixture, because it doesn't break up all of those air bubbles, so we want to try and keep as much air in here as possible. Okay, so the mixture is starting to go nice and chocolatey looking. So once that bit has been mixed through thoroughly, then you're going to add your last half of your chocolate mixture. And we use a spatula to get out all of the chocolate, so we don't leave anything left in that bowl. We want to take it all out. So if you use your spatula and scrape it along the bowl, it's going to get all of that chocolate and butter mixture out of your bowl and into your mixture to make it nice and velvety, rich chocolate. Again, into your wash-up basin underneath your desk. Okay, so folding this through. Okay, so again, you can see that all of your chocolate, it looks like a lovely chocolatey mixture now. All of the chocolate is mixed through, and we're going to sieve in our flour and sugar next. Or sorry, just flour and cocoa powder, I mean. Okay. Just going to take all the mixture off of that spatula. On the plate. And then the last part of the recipe is to sieve my cocoa and flour into the mixture. Okay, so sieving from a height to entrap air. Make it nice and light mixture. And again, when you use a sieve, I don't want you to put that into your wash up pile, because we just tap that out and wipe it out with a cloth. That's all we need to do with the sieve, so it doesn't get messed up. So we'll leave that there. Okay. Finally then, I use either a metal spoon again or a plastic spatula to fold that flour into the mixture and incorporate it, the dry into the liquid. So it's just a twisting action of the spoon to incorporate it. It's extremely important when you're weighing out your ingredients that you weigh them accurately, because if you have too little, if your dry ingredients, your flour and your cocoa powder and your sugar are too little, your mixture will be too runny. And if you have, if you have too much of the butter and chocolate, your mixture will be too runny. So it's very important that you weigh accurately when you're baking these brownies, so that you're going to get the correct consistency and texture in your finished product. So brownies, what we're looking for, the finished product that we'll be looking for, will be a nice crunchy outer layer, and then the inside will be soft. Okay, some people like brownies to be extremely gooey. If you like them less gooey, you just cook them for a little bit longer. Okay, so my mixture is done and ready to go into the baking tray that I've already prepared. So this is the brownie tray, and I'm just going to pour my mixture into the brownie tray. Using my spatula to make sure that no mixture has been left behind. No waste. And then you can just, like you do with your Swiss roll, just tilt it so that it's even. And that's going to go into the oven at 160 for 25 minutes. And I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay, my brownies have been in for 25 minutes, just over 25 minutes. So we know we'll get the smell of brownie in the air when they're nearly done. There'll be, when you look at it, you don't want any shake to be on the top of the mixture. It doesn't shake. It will be cracked around the edges, and you are not looking for, it's not the same as a cake, so you're not looking for a dry mixture on the inside. There will be some dough or mixture come out on your knife or your toothpick, and that's okay, because what we do is we leave it cool in the brownie tin for as long as we possibly can before we take it out. So that's it.